All right. I just wanted to get that. So I had a good screenshot for the video, to be honest with you guys. But I am going to make today's video about gold here. So as you see here, this is an ounce of gold. I don't know. It's real shiny on there. This is minted by the U.S. government. This is a 1 ounce gold eagle. As you can see here, this, thank God it's carpet. You know, and they actually go in these cases. You know, I would hold them together, but you don't want to smash them because, you know, these are gold, so any gold that rubs off is, I guess, valuable. Let me see if it focuses in here. No? It's trying. You can't really see it, but these are the government coins. These are minted by the United States government. That's a block of 100 ounces of silver. If any of you guys want to guess, you know, how much this is, you can pretty much just Google it. Just 2 ounces of gold, 100 ounces of silver. You know why I'm showing it to you guys, so you could see what these are and how they're used, both as a collector's item, but mainly as a investment vehicle. So that's what I'm gonna make today's video on. I'm gonna do a little bit different here. You know, I'm not driving, not behind the computer. Just gonna talk about him here in this my girlfriend's little studio room she has set up. But anyways, so I want to talk about how gold is an investment asset and how people use it as an protectionary asset, to say the least. So you guys saw those gold coins, you know, that big block of silver. People often call it a pet rock. Gold has, you have some people who love it, you have some people who hate it. The reputations of gold have gone on for throughout history, and that's simply because gold is the oldest currency ever to exist, and it's the only currency not backed by a individual government. So that's pretty cool if you really think about it. But that being said, gold is it's very interesting, especially how it gets used now as an investment product. So that's what I'm mainly going to talk about today. There's a lot that goes into gold and what makes it appealable, why people like it, but what I'm going to discuss is why gold is, how we use it as an investment product, and what it actually means. Is that good if I left it there? No. So putting it in a perspective, what gold is often used as is when you see the market go down or you start seeing people get scared in the market, gold commonly goes up, and people view that and they say gold is a fear asset, or we see, oh, the market's going down, gold is going up, or it should go up. You see that a lot of the time. So I want to give you guys some of the logic behind why that makes sense. So picture gold, you know, those coins. Let me go get them actually. Okay, so these coins, they have many different uses, but buying a coin like this and the price of these going up, they mean many things. Right now they're priced at, like, I think $12.30. Last month they were at $1,300. When I bought them, I got them for like $1,000. So the price has been very volatile lately, but that's not usually the case with gold. But the thing about this, you got to ask yourself, what does it mean when the price of gold goes up, basically? That's kind of what I'm answering here today. Because when somebody buys this, when the price of gold goes up, that means the demand for this gold is going up. So you have to ask yourself, why would investors be purchasing this little coin right here instead of shares of the S&P 500, Amazon, whatever it may be? And that's what makes people to view gold as a protectionary asset. Now, the reasons why people like gold, well, I guess maybe it'll make sense. There's many levels, and people now buy gold as an investment protectionary in both the physical form like this is a physical form, but also in the paper form, which is like buying gold related stocks and assets. So there's many ways to go about it, but why people like it, you know, it's the world's oldest currency. People like it in the tangible form because in the event of any sort of issues with money or getting access to money, it's just a tangible form of wealth. You could store your wealth here. You know, like I said, this is going for like $1,200 right now. I could store my money, you know, the money I made, my $1,200, if I put it into this gold coin, it's going to retain its value. It's not as if the gold coin will certainly become worth nothing at one point. And that's why, you know, what's to say what would stop the gold coin from becoming worth something, or what would make this coin worth nothing? It's almost impossible considering how humans view it. But ultimately, too, the supply and demand. There's a limited supply of gold. So putting that into perspective, it's very, very interesting to see why now gold is it has this title, how it's viewed as a store of wealth, how people see they're going to use it. So the biggest issue that comes up from all this, though, is, or really what this shows, beyond all those reasons of why anybody would buy gold on paper or not, the point I'm getting to is that you have to really ask yourself, gold isn't an asset that shouldn't move a lot, essentially. That's if you understand gold, because think about it. In its physical form, it's a physical asset. Despite being a limited supply and demand, we know the price of this gold is only going to go up so much. Pretty much what I'm trying to say is gold has a real capped value. It's not as if this gold will be worth millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands, or is magically going to gain more value. It's always going to be gold. So being a commodity, it's kind of fixed to a level of value it's going to go up on. And, the value of it being gold isn't going to change, and the value is really just reflected by supply and demand. So if people really want it, the price will have to go up. So that's why gold is a weaker alternative to stocks. So when you ask this question, why is gold a protectionary asset? Because people want to put their money in there for safety, and then when you start seeing gold go up and people buying the gold, it asks the question, why are people buying this asset that has very limited upside and doesn't move a lot, when they could be buying something like a stock now, which is intangible, can increase in value 10, 20, 30 times over real value, what it's worth, and has essentially unlimited upside and could go up hundreds of dollars in a day, even stocks like Amazon. Gold, lately it's been making big moves, but on a daily basis, gold will only move a couple percentage points in a month or a year. So it doesn't move a lot, limited upside, where on the other hand, stocks, unlimited upside potentially, and they do move a lot. So higher chance for gain. So that's where kind of this wraps up, because the issue with gold, or what we get out of gold, is when you see gold go up, what it's really saying to people is that, hey, we are interested more in buying an asset that is less likely going to make us money than buying an asset like Amazon, which will give us a gain on our money or increase in value because, well, we think one is more safer than the other. They think this pet rock is more safer and will provide a bigger return than something like Amazon. So that's kind of to put in together. Hopefully that wasn't too long and convoluted for you guys. I felt like it kind of, there's just so much to talk about with gold. I just want to kind of give this as an introductory to you guys so you can kind of understand the base reason at the core nature, why do people like gold? Why do people not like gold? We'll talk about those and make videos on those differences, but essentially you just got to understand the concept of how it's used as an investment. Really limited gain potential. It's very stable, doesn't move a lot. Why would somebody invest in this than a stock like an Amazon, Netflix, Google, where its value increases, very volatile, it produces a high yield or a high return. So when more people start want to pay more for limited gain versus paying for a higher gain like we see in the stock market, that's when the red flag should go off. So that's where I'm trying to show you guys how to use it in that sense. There's also many ways, because gold is used as reserve currencies. Gold is used even in trade, metal and mining companies, and it affects commodities in general, even the price of the dollar and currency. So those are all stuff that I will go over. If you guys want to hear more about that, we'll definitely talk about how that relates, how it even relates to commodities. So be careful if you guys are trying to get physical gold like this. Ask me questions. There's a lot that goes into the process, and it's not as easy as it looks. It's fairly simple. You just got to be careful because there is fakes out there, and there's also high levels of commissions and spreads that brokers charge you when you buy physical gold. So you got to really have your finger on the market to do it effectively. And remember, gold is a longer term investment. This isn't something you're going to be flipping. And then again, there is gold on paper that you can with stocks, but again, physical gold is different than paper gold and whatnot. But I'll leave you guys with that. Let me know if you have any more questions. If you guys like this video, definitely subscribe, like, comment. what I said too in the last video, I wanted to kind of put this in the front, but I'm saying I'm going to do videos a little differently, so let me know how you guys like it. I'm actually going to just record that over again and put it in the front. But love you guys. Stay in school.